Welcome to Fjook Enterprises. I'm your host, Fjook, and today we're going to be going through my Halfdane deck because I need to put a video out. I've titled this deck Halfdane Armoury. You start with Halfdane, who comes into play as a 3/3, as you can see, but during your upkeep, he acquires the power and toughness of target creature other than Halfdane. If no other creatures are available, he becomes a 3/3. Then we have basic lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 swamps. Eight plains. Eight islands. Then I have Warp Landscape, Terramorphic Expanse, and Evolving Wilds, all to help me get lands out of my deck. Not the battlefield. Then to help me deal with my opponent's land, I have Quater and Tectonic Edge. Dreadship Reef, it can be colorless or blue and black, and you can also have a lot of storage counters on it, so it can be a lot of mana if you ever need it. Calciform Pools, same thing, but blue and white. Dimir Keyrune, it produces all three. Yes, you do have to return on a hand you control to your hand, so you can't play it on the first turn, but it produces all three colors of my commander. Gemstone Caverns. Usually this produces colorless mana, but this is also the reason why this deck goes second always. It's never gonna happen that it's gonna be in my own opening hand, but it's there if it need be. Bokjuka Bog to deal with my opponent's graveyards that are doing graveyard shenanigans. Reliquary Tower on the off chance that I have a big hand and don't want to discard it. Academy Ruins to get me artifacts back on top of my library. Halimar Depths to help me know what's coming up on my library. Minamo School at Water's Edge. It produces blue and untapped target legendaries. Wait for a Bauble to get me the land I need. Then I have my mana rocks. The first few are ones that can become creatures, such as Pyrexian Totem, Dimir Keyrune, and Thunder Totem. Then I have Serum Powder in this deck. Because of all my commander decks, this is the most likely that I'm actually going to mulligan that way. I really want to be able to mulligan that way, honestly. Dreamstone Hedron for colorless mana. Coldsteel Heart for whatever color I'm lacking. Mistbin Border Post for blue and black. Darksteel Ingot for any color. Then we get into the miscellaneous artifacts, such as Feldon's Cane, which helps me deal with graveyard shenanigans. Darksteel Pendant, so I can scry. Prototype Portal, so I can copy artifacts. Shrine of Loyal Allegiance so that I can make a bunch of creatures. Golem Foundry, same concept but golems instead of soldiers. Then we get into the armory part of Halfdane's armory with the Shield of Caldra, which is indestructible and which makes all this Caldra equipment indestructible, and also the creature wielding it is indestructible. Sword of Caldra. 5/5. Whenever it deals damage, remove that creature from the game. And the Helm of Caldra. First strike, trample, haste. And if I have all three out, I can make a Caldra. Then I have all 5 sort of blank and blank. Fire and Ice, Light and Shadow, War and Peace, Feast and Famine, Body and Mind. I'll give protection from 2 colors and then do other things. Some of them are better than others, yes. But I like having all 5 in the deck. Imala's Jutsu. It has multiple benefits. It's a toolkit. Mostly the first 2 abilities. I so far haven't used the last one in the game yet, but you never know. Loxodon Warhammer for trample and lifelink. Also a +3/+0 isn't bad either. Mother Skull, Living Weapon. In theory, what could happen is I could play Battle Skull, equip a sword to the germ, return Battle Skull to my hand, play Battle Skull, rinse and repeat, and have multiple germs on the field. I doubt I'll ever have that much mana, but it is something I have thought about doing. Swiftfoot Boots, Hexproof and Haste, so that I can attack. Whippoorwill Cloak, so that I can hit the commander damage. Nim Death Metal, so I can keep my creatures from dying. Well, they still die, they just come back. Cranial Plating. This deck, as you've seen, this deck has a lot of artifacts, and the fact that I can attach it at instant speed with 2 black mana, it's also nice. Luxon Mer, because you can tap the equipment that's attached to something and it still has its effect. And this guy will get bigger for that. Thing in the Ice. Small creature. And eventually becomes a big creature, and when it becomes a big creature, it returns all other non-horror creatures to the owner's hand. So it's a board wipe. Militant Inquisitor, because I have a lot of equipment in this deck. Tajnar Swordsmith, so I can get my equipment into play. Sun Titan, but when my equipment gets destroyed, I can bring them back. I could keep getting Terramorphic Expanse back and get all my basics out with this guy. Solemn Simulacrum gets a land into play, and when it dies, draws a card. Stoneforge Mystic. This deck has a lot of equipment in it. This will get the equipment into my hand. Concentrated Sphinx. I don't have many draw cards, but draw a card on a stick? Yeah, I'll take that. Darksteel Cavalry. Creature generator. Kemba Car Agent. I can get a lot of cats in this deck. Marshall Coop. A token generator, and if I pay enough, can be a board wipe. Bribery. Which yours is mine and mine is mine, so yeah. Black Sun Zenith. A reusable board wipe. Descend upon the sinful. I'll probably have Delirium by the time I cast this. Consume the meek in case I'm running against a lot of tokens. Time Stop. My get out of jail card, basically. I love Time Stop. Commandeer. I really like that non-creature spell. I'll take it, please. Tempest of Light. This deck doesn't run any enchantments, so it doesn't hurt me at all. White Sun Zenith. Reusable cat generator. Veins of Power. Another way to deal with an opponent with a massive army of creatures. Just steal them and smack them with their own creatures. Thunderheads. Emergency creature deployment. Evacuation. When you just need no creatures on the field. I have had Spinal Embrace for forever. I feel like Spinal Embrace. It lets me steal a creature, and then at the end of turn, I can gain life from that creature. Yay me! Anguish of Unmaking. Spot removal. For any permanent. Soldier Plowshare. The Ice Age for 1, because it's the best picture, and blackboarded. Anyways, spot creature removal. Doesn't have to be attacking. Removal for attacking creature. Banishing to Remember. Temporary removal also lets me draw cards. Dispense Justice. Doesn't target the creature. To get rid of those nasty hexproof indestructible creatures. And I will definitely have Metalcraft from casting this, so they'll get rid of 3. Path to Exile. Another spot creature removal. Mortify. Destroy target creature and enchantment removal. Oblation. Any non-land permanent. Gone. Dust, Oblation, and Anguish Unmaking are basically the only things I have to deal with artifacts in this deck. And Return to Dust removes them from the game. They gonna get those back. Boost Sun Zenith, I have black and white, might as well have Boost Sun, and it also fills my hand, or someone else's. And Pull from the Mall definitely just fills my hand. And that was Halfdane and the other 99 of Halfdane's Armoury. I hope you all enjoyed, but as always, someone please comment, please.